Well, my next guest moved to Wales and he brought his music with him. He wears some of the loudest suits in the business. Will you please welcome George Melly?
You say it's the best release that you've ever found. You say that you're gonna lose weight, but you ain't lost a pound. While you're out there with your friend, I'm home feeding them kids again. You call it jogging, but I call it running around. You call it jogging, but I call it running around. The soles on your running shoes, they ain't wearing down. All your friends smile and agree, oh yeah, she's jogging, definitely. They say you're jogging, but I think you're running around. You call it jogging, but I call it running around. Dragging that silly old towel all over town. You come in with your hair all wet, smell of shampoo instead of sweat. You call it jogging, but I call it running around. You call it jogging, but I call it running around. I do believe you're treating me like a clown. Somebody saw you getting out of a car. Since when has a jogger ever smoked a cigar? You call it jogging, I call it running around. You call it jogging, but I call it running around. The way you exercise is bringing me down. You tell me your feet are out pounding the track. How come the grass sticking on your back? You call it jogging, I call it running around. I call it jogging, but I call it running around. I land huffing and puffing with both feet off the ground. I suppose when it comes to the marathon, you're gonna stay out all night long. You call it jogging, but I call it running around. Call it jogging, but I call it running around. You call it jogging, but I call it running around.
Great. Come and sit down. Come and sit down. Well, the great thing about the music, and it's run through the whole program really, is that although it's a different style, there's the same sort of heart behind it. Do you find that?
The same sort of heart?
Yeah, there's in the soul in the band, even though
Yes,
it's different songs.
same sort of heart, very much so. Different stomach, rather than more of it.
I mean, it's a great outfit, and you're known for them. Where was that one made? Especially?
This one wasn't made for me. This one was given me by Liberties. They sponsored a concert we did, and they gave me the tie and the waistcoat. I've no objection to wearing products produced by the people that sponsor us. It was a bit embarrassing when we were sponsored by Mates once.
Oh, the music itself, then, because I've been doing the reading, just trying to find out a little bit about you. It goes back to, what, people like Bessie Smith, that type of era?
Yes, I'm sorry about that. I think I'm going to have to do something I never do in my life, which is have a swallow of water, if I can help it.
It is water, I assure you. He
Idiot
survived.
stuff.
Well done. Well
Yes,
done.
Bessie Smith was the first great blues singer. I mean, she sang before I was aware of her, of course, because she died in the middle 30s. But when I first heard her on record, I was about 16, which you can imagine was not yesterday afternoon. And I fell in love with her. And every morning, almost, when I'm at home anyway, I play a couple of tracks as I'm dressing, you know, because for me, she's something very different. I mean, she's my goddess, really.
Yeah. What about your own music, then? Did you start singing or start playing anything straight away? Did you learn an instrument?
No, I sang a little bit at school. And then I did ship's concert in the Navy. It's quite popular with the chief petty officers, you know. And, and then I came to London and I discovered the jazz revival was going on. So I began to sing with whoever would let me. And then I joined Mick Mulligan, who I was with for 12 years. Then I had a bit of time off when I was a journalist. And then I dropped in on Sunday mornings to a pub in Islington where John was playing. And we got together, and it became very popular, and we were asked to do things together a lot. And in the end, we suddenly realized that we were going to give up our perfectly good middle-aged jobs and go back on the road, which we did.
Because going on the road wasn't, well, I mean, I suppose it must have been fun because you stuck at it for such a long time, but it has its costs, doesn't it, if you're out on the road all the time? Family life?
In what?
Well, your personal life.
Family life?
Family life.
Well, I've been married for 30 years. I think she's quite glad to see the back of me, really. That's the family life bit.
What about your health, though? I mean, it does takes its toll, doesn't it?
Does it? Well, I mean, I have... I have occasionally been ill, but I'm not sure I wouldn't have been much iller much quicker if I'd retired. I mean, I think retiring is actual death sentence. Yeah. If you keep going, you may be ill, but you get better. I think you're pickled somehow, not just in alcohol, but in the life. The life pickles you, preserves you.
You managed to fit in so much. You mentioned about being a journalist. You're obviously an expert on art as well.
Well, it hadn't escaped my attention that the young and charming couple who made this set have looked at the work of René Magritte.
What do you think?
Yes.
Do you like it?
Very much.
Good.
I mean, what could be nicer for me as a great lover of Magritte, second hero after Bessie Smith, to be surrounded by images from his extraordinary imagination.
Did you actually go and learn about things? You know, did you do the proper way, going to university and going to college?
No.
Or you picked it up along the way, have you?
I picked it up along the way. As they used to say very boringly, life has been my university.
Yeah, but it's obviously taught
you... It's tiresome of them saying
But it's true, isn't it? That's why they say it.
Oh, I see.
Do you think?
I don't know. That looks very dangerous.
So why come to Wales? Because the jazz scene's in London, isn't it? You go around Soho, you pick up all the vibes. Why go to Brecon?
Do you mean why come to Wales to perform?
No, to live.
To live near Brecon, when I can. I mean, I'm in London an awful lot because I have to be because of the work, being all around it. But I love Wales for many reasons, and particularly because it contains rivers in which are a fish called a trout. And I'm absolutely mad about trout fishing. Now that I've reached an age where sex is less and less interesting, I've found fishing becomes a total alternative instead of a half alternative. And I have a little bit of the River Usk, some 50 miles from here. Yeah. The season is just over. Oh. And on the last day of the season, which was last week, the season for salmon, I caught one on the last day. You can't say that's bad, can you?
They say there is no God.
Well, I am an atheist, but I wavered at that point.
When it came to you.
Yes.
So what does the future hold then? Obviously, you're not a spring chicken, if I can put it that way. You're a mature gentleman who has learned his craft.
Old is the word, isn't it?
Well, I suppose so,
yes.
What happens next? Do you just keep on going?
I keep on going. There's a death, isn't there, in the end, as far as I can recall. My wife said to me that I once said to her, when I die, no, if I die, I said to her. If I die. She said, not if, George, when, you know. If one enjoys life enormously, I think you just put off thoughts of that and carry on as well as you can, drinking a little less, alas.
Yeah. Well, it's been great having you on the program. Great to hear your music. Would you like to rejoin the band?
I'd like you to rejoin me with the band.
Oh, right, great. Well, George Melly, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice to have you with us.